Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Wendy and I am here to do another one envelope wonder. And really I'm just trying to show you some things that you can do with just one envelope to make some effective ephemera. So today we're going to make this flip from an envelope that also has a tuck in the back. So it would be glued here and you could tuck something in. And I just think it's really cute. I've seen people do this sort of thing with just a piece of digital paper. I've done this sort of thing with digital paper or even with just a piece of book page. But you can also do it with an envelope. So I'm going to show you how that's done. So I'm going to set this off to the side. I have some digitals here. These are from, this is Tracy's new postal kit, which I think is really gorgeous and grungy. And I've got that. I think I'll use that for another project that I'm starting. And I think what it would be fun, I'd like to do something, I'm going to use this one. I'd like to do something that fits that little journal that I showed you recently. So the first thing I'm going to do, this is a dollar store envelope. And I get them, I think, 30 for $1. If you have junk mail, then absolutely go for it. Now, I know that that project that I'm working on, that the pages, at the tallest page is 6 inches. So I'm actually going to go to 5.5. So I'm just making a little mark at 5.5 so that I can cut it. And yeah, it'll work. And that gives us a little extra. We can make a pocket out of this for another project. So I would save that and use that to make just a regular little pocket for a journal. So put that aside. I'm going to set this aside for now. And so what I want, I've got this to possibly fussy cut for some decorations. So let's see how we go. This is some, this is the Botanical Ledger from the Botanical Ledger kit from Nicola at the Paper Cameo, and it is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to cut that to 5.5. I'm using it, I'm eyeballing it based on the height of this envelope. And I know I need to make sure, for the way I'm going to fold it, make sure that the left side is cut. Okay, and we could easily use this piece to cover that if we wanted, to make a little pocket. Definitely going to save it. All right, so we've got our envelope cut to the height we want. And what I want to do is I want to fold it over. Where's the top? There's the top. I want to fold it over so that, for my purposes, I want to fold it over so it comes to about the midpoint, keeping the opening of the envelope at the top. So that's not quite straight, but you know, I'm going to try and improve that a little bit. There we go. Just like that. So that'll be the bit. Let's say this is our book page. That will be the bit that goes over the back. And this will be the flip. So because of that, because this is the back part, then the first thing we want to glue on is we want to glue to the inside here, like that. And that's why I caught it on that side. You could cut both sides, and you might want this flip. You might want it to flip from the other side, and that's absolutely fine as well. Whatever works for you. Put my glue on there, and you can of course use whatever glue you have. Glue stick would be great. And then I'm going to just take this and I'm going to match it up with the bottom. There we go. Like that. And you can see it couldn't have been fully straight, so that's okay. We can trim the top when we're done. So we match that with the bottom, and then we're going to take this, matching the bottoms again, and fold it like that. And it's not, if you can see, it's come off, it's not right to the envelope. That's okay. For my purposes, if you need it to be right to the envelope because of the width of the page that you're putting this on, then that's something you'll have to be watching for, but it's just not something I need to do. And doing these this way makes for a really, really sturdy piece. So we've got that like so. So this is, it's going to be over, this is, my hand is the page, this is my flip. And so this on the back, this is going to be the piece that is the, where you're going to tuck it in. So we can fold this over like that, right at the crease. And then I'm just going to take my glue on there, glue it down like that. Now here's the spot where if you wanted, you could, if you wanted this to be wider, you could fold this so that it is a little bit wider for your tuck spot. You could do that. So I'm just making sure that it looks somewhat straight at the bottom. So see, I've got an extra 1/4 of an inch, so that's going to give me an extra 1/4 of an inch there. And just going to put some glue on there. And there we go. So that is as easy as it is to put, like I said, this is our page. That's going to be our flip. And then that's going to be our tuck spot. And it's open here too, so you could put some little scraps of cardstock or something sturdy down there if you want it to, you know, as extras in a journal or whatnot. I'm actually going to just put a little notch in here. And I'm going to cut the top straight because I see white. Here, image upstairs, groaning and growling. Oh, it's a really rotten day here, so weather-wise, so I'm sure she is, she's feeling it. So I'm going to put a little divot here. There we go. Like that. So just as simple as that, we've got a nice little tuck spot. Now, I have some, this is nice, I have some nice cardstock, and I'm just going to cut this to kind of guesstimate about 6 inches or so. And I know that if I cut it to about 2 inches wide, just shy of 2 inches wide, then it's going to fit nicely. That's actually really pretty with that. It's going to fit nicely with my little, I have a special top cutter, tag topper cutter that I could use. So I'm going to put this on another thickness of cardstock because when you're dealing with a tall, fairly tall, narrow pocket, I find it's best to have a really thick cardstock that you're dealing with. So we're just going to put that on there. And this here, just cut it so that it's inside of 2 inches. Perfect. These are all great for a future tag or however we might want to use it. So I was using this paper on the front, and then this is some nice Tim Holtz paper. So this is a Stampin' Up! Punch. I have had this for a long time. You can see it's discolored. It was kind of a taupey gray, and now it's got this greenish color. And it will only do 2 inches wide, but it's a nice punch. And it gives you this really nice effect at the top. Isn't that cute? So that will go in our pocket like that. You could put like paper scraps. I wonder if that's going to fit. Probably needs to be narrower. Yeah, it needs to be narrower. But you could put paper scraps. I'm going to just, you know what? I'm going to cut it kind of in half. Sorry, I don't know if you can see me doing this. And these 2 extra bits, you know, they might be nice on the edge of a page at some point. So why not put those in there like that? Isn't that cute? Okay, so let me grab my little book and see if we have a spot we want to put this. Whoops. I haven't done a whole lot of work in here. As yet, we put a, these greens are nice with that. We made this little spot in a previous video. And I feel like these are bigger. That's bigger than that page that I want to put it on. See how it's about 1/4 of an inch too big. So I can take it off if I want, or I could just choose to put it somewhere else. So let's see what we have for options. I have some really nice, this is beautiful, some of Rachel's straw paper. That looks really nice there. These colors play really nicely together. Okay, so why don't we put that in there? I'm just going to set that up like that. And I'm going to put glue there. Sorry, it's a bit wonky. I am going to put a little line of glue there because we've got lots of room for the tuck spot, and that's just going to make sure this is on here securely. And we're just going to go like this. And I do like the idea of sticking a couple of scraps in here because they would look cute on the edge of a page. So then that opens like so. You could put a little washi there if you don't like the white, or you could go in with ink if you're an inker. I'm not an inker, but that doesn't mean that you couldn't do some inking. How are we for time? Okay, we're great. We're great. Let's see, do I want to put anything on that? I actually love that as is. I don't think I want to put anything on that, but let's do a taller one. Let's do it again, and we'll decorate it. Okay, so that is, I'm really, really happy with this. And then I'll tuck something in here. And we could put a tab on it, whatever, whatevs. Okay, grab a large envelope here. Make sure I have my pen. And pull that off. Now, I know most of my journals are 7.5 inches to 8 inches tall. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm safe at cutting it at 7. Move this out of the way. Or I'd like to think I'm safe at cutting it around 7. Okay, and we'll save this. Great. And then let's use this page. And I'm going to that end off. And once again, we're going to sort of look at where 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just around there. Okay, maybe we'll do it from the opposite side this time. So we'll cut the right side rather than the left side of the digital. And keeping our opening up here, let's fold it from this side, from the right. So we cut the right, we're going to fold it from the right side with the opening at the top to about halfway, thereabouts. Okay, like that. And if you have a real big journal, these envelopes are 9.5 tall, then absolutely you go for it with using the whole height of the envelope. It won't get wasted because I use all my envelope pieces. Thank you so much, guys, for the wonderful comments about the series, the One Envelope Wonders. And, you know, it's just going to look very similar to things you can do with just a piece of paper as well. This is not me saying, gosh, what an innovation, using an envelope. I'm just trying to show you, if you have a stash of envelopes, this is something you can do with them. So yeah, that's certainly my intention. So that came together really nicely. It's a little bit taller than we need, but we can trim it. And then we're going to just turn it over. And I like to make sure that the bottom is level, the paper, and then I push back on it like that. And then, like I said, sometimes that's like 1/8 of an inch from the edge. That's fine. Okay, we'll put our glue down. So these are lovely papers of Nicholas. They're so neutral. You could use them for just about anything, any kind of base. I've used them as journal pages, which is what they're intended to be, but they're just really, really lovely. So I'm just going to come over this as well. Just keeping that straight. Let this drop. Keep that nice and straight, and then we can decide if we want. We'll probably want that to be a little bit bigger than what it is, or a little wider than what it is. There we go. Nope, that's a little too wonky, but you know what? It doesn't really matter, does it? And you can see it's quite a bit wider, but that's okay. I'm just getting a little bit more of a width to that portion that's going to go over the side of the page. Pardon my voice, guys. I'm just getting over a cold. Gosh, that's so pretty. Okay, you could wait for this to dry before you do your folding. And just put a little something in there. So while that's drying, let's make our tag, and then we'll come back. I have this one, and once again, what we said, that was 7, so we'll go to 7 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just go to like just over 7 1/4. And it's down here. There we go. And we'll assume that that's straight, shall we? Now we're going to make that just inside of the 2. Okay, we'll save up that because that might fit into that extra little pocket that we have. And do I have another piece of, I think I do. of Tim Holtz paper. Yep, I do. I like this side. And of course, you can decorate this card as well. I like to leave some of the tags when I'm doing journals for the recipient to personalize. Other times I like to just, do all kinds of decorating. So it really just depends on what I'm hoping to do with the journal, I think. So I'm just gonna put that there, like that. Put this over here, and put this in. So guys, I hope you're all well. We're doing great. Had physio today. I'm coming along very nicely with my back, so that makes me happy. It's been, it's coming on 10 weeks, and it's a long time for me. And I'm realizing that I'm not as patient as I thought I was. Mr. Journal Adventure said, yeah, that's not news. So I'm patient with other people. I'm not patient with myself. And I bet you a lot of you can relate to that. That's my guess. So there's our really lovely card. Okay, so now I'm going to fold this right here. Love it. Oh gosh, that's nice. Isn't that pretty in there too? So how this would go on a page, let's say this is the page. This one's going to go on this side. And it's going to, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, that's so pretty too. And then this would be the tuck over here. So I am going to put a, whoops, that's not my circle punch. I've already put a circle punch there. Up here, we're going to put a little notch. They usually fly out at my face. Okay. And then we'll set this tag in here. I love it. Love it. Or you can, because then you can see two different colors on either side. So let's just ask ourselves, do we want, I'm just going to put my pin in here. I do love that background, but that doesn't mean we can't add a little something to zhuzh it up a little. These yellows are lovely. Gosh. All right. Oh, I hate to get rid of that beautiful purple. It's so hard to choose. It's so hard to choose. I feel like this one here, this yellow daisy, is the one. We still might be able to save that. So I'm just going to fussy cut it out very quickly with my big scissors. Move the paper as much as possible and not the scissors. So I know a lot of you are joining along with these makes, and that is just lovely to hear. I'm going to not use the butterfly in this. I'm going to use the butterfly, but just not in this. So I'm just going to do this kind of roughly because the background, I feel like this is going to blend really nicely with the background on the digital that we're using. So let's see what we think. Try not to do too much pruning along the way. I'm mindful of the time because I have a blueberry cake in the oven. So, okay. And just cut here a little bit. Okay. So, yeah, I like that there. And all those vines in behind look really nice. Oh, here, Mr. Moth. Sorry, just trying to get some of this paper up and out of the way. I don't like a lot of mess around me, but sometimes I'm not successful at not having this around me. I'm actually often amazed by how much mess I can make. Ooh, that would be nice. This is Tracy, a little Tracy one that says specimen. I think I'll set it right down here at the bottom. Yeah, at the bottom. Okay. Let's put these on. And, you know, if you don't have Edith Holden pictures, then by all means use digitals as well. I've used both a lot. This beautiful book, this Edith Holden book, was gifted to me by a dear friend, Valentina Decker. Hi, Valentina. Thank you so much. So I really appreciate it. I find they used to be easier to get. All of the books that I've used, all of the botanical books and things that I used to use in my journals. Some people said your style has changed. It's not so much that my style in terms of the papers that I include have changed as it is the supply. It is not easy to get them anymore because lots of folks have come to the journaling, the journal making side of things, and I welcome them all. I think it's fantastic. It speaks to how much fun and how therapeutic it is to make things. But it also means that things aren't always in great supply. And that's okay, because in those times, that's how we learn to diversify. Listen to me, I sound like I'm pontificating here. So we're going to set that down in there as a little extra. Let's put this moth on here. So cute. So just fussy cut this little guy out. Okay. And I think, let me see, one of Tracy's labels. If I were to put this down here and then put, yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Well, I want to put the label down, and then maybe we'll audition different locations for that moth. So we'll put this down. So the moth could go here, which looks good. But I also like him up there, and I think I'm going to put him there. Make it look like he's landed on that leaf. So put our glue on. Set this on. Perfect. Okay. So there is our tuck, and like I said, oh here, this is better. Easier to see when you use a plain piece of paper. So this would be on this side of the page. Really, really love that. And so it would be glued so that it opened. You see this beautiful image. You could add a label in there too. And then on this side of the page, glue here and here, and it'd be a little tuck spot. So that is our video for today. Where did the other one go? I literally cannot find it. Oh, there it is. Gosh, I went with yellow for both of them, didn't I? And let's just look at this one. There we go. And this one. So those are the three that we made today. Super fun, easy to do, and look at how much we accomplished in that short period of time. Well, we got 2 done in, I'm going to say, half hour. Yes, yeah, half hour. There you go. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next time. Stay well, take care, and keep crafting. Bye.